Welcome to the Itch Network podcast, where we discuss all things happening with movies and video games. I'm Spencer, and I'm talking with my good friend Ninja C. Ninja, how are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Spence?
Pretty good. We got Thanksgiving coming up pretty soon. You got big plans?
Oh yeah, always, man. We're gonna go rent all those Thanksgiving movies, right?
Like what? the two?
Return for the Gobbler.
Return of the Gobbler?
Return of the Gobbler.
Sounds about right. That sounds like fun. Get that one movie in. What have you been? We've got a pretty packed show today. We're talking about movies. Disney. I won't spoil it because that's pretty much all the news for it. But Disney has a new streaming service. They've officially announced the name. You better hold on tight to figure out what that is, or just look at the image of the podcast. But don't do that. And then we'll talk about the releases. We're going to have a little Thanksgiving quiz to test your Thanksgiving knowledge. And Diablo Immortal memes. That game has been torn apart this week. And then finally, we'll go over the Black Friday sales. Figure out what you're going to get for Black Friday. But before we get into any of that, Ninja, what have you been watching this week?
It's been a blast from the past, man. I watched the original RoboCop. That's 1987. Starship Troopers, 1997, and Dusk Till Dawn around the same time. And I want to do a comparison of the newer RoboCop, 2014. And then there'll be an upcoming this weekend. Going to go see The House with a Clock in Its Walls.
What a weird... That's such a hard name.
Mouthful. That's a mouthful with that. It's got Jack Black. It's comedy, family, and fantasy. So I think they tried to really round it out there.
Yeah, that just sounds like a nightmare. What spurred you to want to watch this movie? I can't even pronounce the name.
It's a family film. I'm going with my wife and her aunt.
Oh, nice. Should be a rollicking good time.
Yeah, I think to the theater that we were going to, I think there was Christopher Robbins had left already. So.
Oh, you guys are going. You guys are going pure G with these, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's PG. I don't think anything's G anymore, man.
Even
in 2018.
Winnie the Pooh with Christopher Robin got a PG. What did they do to get a PG rating?
Well, the House with the Clock says that. I'm curious now to see if Christopher Robbins is actually Christopher Robbins is PG, man.
What? How could any of these movies?
Dude, let's leave this for another podcast because I want to go back and see what was the last G-rated show.
I'm just wondering, is there like a scene?
I'm pretty sure it's years ago.
Is there like a scene where Winnie the Pooh's like snapping some guy's head off that he just like gets thrown in there that they have to make it PG? That's crazy. Out of their mind. Oh well. All right. So let's get started with your movies. What's going on? What'd you watch?
All right, so we got the classic RoboCop and Starship Troopers. It's gonna be the same director, Paul. Let me see if I get his last name right. Paul Verhoeven. I love the satire in both of them. Yeah. Definitely being in the military, the Starship Troopers is very relatable. And RoboCop's just Cold War. Overtones with the commercials, and there's a scene where there's a gas guzzling American-made auto car that I think gets 8 miles per gallon. It's called the 6000 Suck. Yeah, it's great. It doesn't take itself too seriously.
What's crazy about his movies is they can basically function as non-satirical movies, but they're so strong in the satire department as well somehow.
Yeah, I think they were ahead of their times. Starship Troopers not really financially that successful. RoboCop, I think it was on a fairly low budget, so I think it actually was fairly successful. Kind of spurred 2 sequels that were not as good. The second one's an okay, and the third one just really takes a nosedive.
You're talking about RoboCop?
Yeah.
Didn't Starship Troopers?
There was a TV series too.
Didn't Starship
Starship Troopers did the same thing. Yeah, they all okay. Basically, the whole series, the Starship Troopers That went almost straight to DVD though.
Oh, okay. I just know
Yeah,
I've seen the 2 at the end of one of them, one of the Starship Troopers. So I knew there was a sequel there.
yeah, there's actually a if you want to see something actually decent, there's actually a computer generated TV show that used to come on cable. I would say it's a little bit after Reboot time. You know, when Reboot came out, it was kind of the pioneer. And then we had like all the Toonami and all the computer generated shows started popping up. So,
Yeah. All right.
but yeah, they're classics. RoboCop, classic, really well paced, man. It's under that two hour mark.
Nice.
Starship Troopers is 2 hours and 9 minutes, but it doesn't feel like it just because there's so many great characters to. I mean, what's his name? Crazy Teeth looks like a horse. Bewley, Busey's in it. Jake Busey, his son's in it. I mean, you got
Oh, I didn't know
Patrick
that was.
Harris.
I did not
That's
make
his
that.
son. Yeah, I mean,
I did
dude,
not
you
make
can
that
just
connection.
look at it, just he is his dad.
He is.
You just gotta look at it. And we got Denise Richards, Neil Patrick, and also the amazing Clancy Brown as Sergeant Zim, the drill instructor. So
He's the one that was in Breaking Bad later, right?
Clancy Brown, he was in Highlander, Green Mile. Isn't that no? I don't think he was in the Green Mile. I think I'm thinking Shawshank Redemption. He does a lot of great stuff. He does a lot of voice work and cartoons and games and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, Clancy has that real deep, very booming voice.
I was always thinking. I guess I just don't know my actors' names. Who was the guy that was in the meth show that I literally just mentioned and now forgot the name of?
Oh, Breaking
Bad.
Oh, the guy from Malcolm in the Middle.
No, the other guy.
Oh, the younger guy.
No, the other guy. The what is his name? Dean Norris, Hank Schrader. He was the bald drill instructor. He was like a ton younger, but looks exactly the same.
Some people are like that though. Look at Patrick Stewart, man. He's been that age for years.
He has, hasn't he?
So some people just have those genes.
He's always been ancient. Somehow he's it's crazy. He's got amazing genes.
So I want to go from finish out the movies with Dusk Till Dawn.
Wait, hold on. You're not off the hook just yet because you said you wanted to compare newer RoboCop to this.
Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me. I just wanted to. So have you seen the new RoboCop at all? Do you know of it?
I know that it exists.
Okay. It went from a rated R show to PG-13.
I'm out. Needs to be rated
R.
R.
It has some great actors and it has Gary Oldman in it and Michael Keaton.
Wow. I'm kind of back.
Samuel Jackson. I mean, this if you're building like a dream team, this is about half of it for. I don't know.
What are your thoughts on Gary Oldman?
I think he's a great character actor, man.
I always get bored with him. I don't like him. And he's in like all these movies, including Batman, which I like. But
he is. I think he just won an Oscar recently too. He's been in a lot of movies for a while, like just the Batman, the Nolan series, Fifth Element, Leon the Professional.
Mm-hmm.
I think you like that one, don't you?
I never seen that.
Oh man, it's a great movie.
You know I don't see these movies.
Anyway, it's watered down. It's got the only aspect that I like is so instead of the OCP starting off in America, it starts out like a military contract, like Halliburton, Boeing, Lockheed Martin, and they're using the advanced robotics overseas, and they're trying to bring them. It gets more political, so it's not as fun because it doesn't have the satire. So it's kind of like a product of its time because you can't tell a joke anymore. So,
tell me, is there a scene where somebody gets torn apart by shotgun blasts in a brutally violent, like almost music video of destruction?
That's gonna be a negative on that.
No, how do you not do that? How do you? Oh, because it's freaking PG-13, probably.
Oh, but his armor's black though, so that's cool, right?
Jeez.
He's got a motorcycle, so
some
we've
goth
updated it.
kid.
So.
He's a new metal character. He's got Korn playing in the background.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's Freak on the Leash, right? I think they got the rights for it. They got. I mean, they got Samuel L. Jackson. They
spared no expense. They got Samuel L. Jackson and Freak on a Leash.
Yeah, so I would just stick with the classic, man. I've rewatched the original 1987 so many times, and I think there's an unedited cut where there's even more blood squids that it was like almost to like unreleasable because it was just the amount of blood. They had to tone it down.
Are you into that like blood gory shit? Is that kind of your deal?
I mean, if it suits the story, man.
Well, have I got a movie for you? Have you heard of Hobo?
I'm scared of this segue.
Have you heard of Hobo with a Shotgun?
I've seen that a while back. Yeah, it's just brutal violence.
Does that fit the story enough?
I just remember the it was. Isn't it a really short movie?
I don't know.
It's kind of forgettable. I have to see if it's on Netflix or Hulu.
You think the movie Hobo with a Shotgun is forgettable? I need to watch the movies you're watching because I thought Hobo with a Shotgun. I still remember it.
Is it an endearing tale? Does
his pure heroism carries the movie? No, the things that carry the movie are the gratuitous violence. Do you remember the scene?
Oh, it's like over the top though.
Oh, it's crazy. It's like a joke. He like saws that girl's shoulder off with like a handsaw. It's just an absolute joke. Did your mic fall off?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. But anyway, if you don't, okay, you think it's forgettable. I thought it was damn entertaining.
I'll have to revisit. We'll just revisit it and come back to that one then. It's been a while. It's been out for a minute. Let me see.
Okay,
when was it released?
Well, I must have seen it 6 years ago, maybe more.
Yeah. Memory's not what it used to be. Yeah, dude, that came out in 2011. That's 7 years ago. And it's almost 2019 in 2 months. So
it stars the leader replicant from Blade Runner.
Nice.
I can't remember that guy's name, but he's
Rutger
Hauer.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, you want to see what happened to him? He became a hobo with a shotgun.
Wow, man, you got to protect your investments and really save your money, I guess.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Looks fantastic. That looks like a great revisit.
Was there another movie you saw?
Yeah, the From Dusk Till Dawn. Kind of to segue.
Yeah.
Netflix has a TV series, From Dusk Till Dawn. It doesn't have Quentin Tarantino and George Clooney. I guess he's known for more things now, but at the time he really wasn't. They have it. I've started watching it. It has some promise to it. So.
So you are watching the TV show?
Yeah, I'm watching the TV show that's on Netflix.
How did they make a TV show out of that weird ass movie?
I don't know. It took a while too because it came out 1996. It's quite a gap. So,
what did you think of the movie?
Oh, the movie's hilarious. I love it. It's got Cheech Martin's in it. He's like got 3 different parts, man. On it. You got Danny Trejo when he's like really young in that one. Tom Savini, which is a great makeup effects artist from the old school Romero movies. And I believe he even worked on some John Carpenter's. He used to be the man to go to. Okay. So he gets to actually play a cool part in it.
Well, I mean, not for nothing, but it also has Salma Hayek doing a striptease.
Yes.
Boy. I'm not usually one for much sexuality in movies because it's like I could just watch a porno and pop one out, but wow.
Yeah, she actually was afraid of snakes, and the director had to convince her to go ahead. I think they were going to get like some pretty big stars at the time to replace her. So
I'm glad they went with her.
Yeah, it's a great schlock fest and stuff.
Isn't it weird though? It completely 180s itself like halfway through the movie. It's like a weird crime movie. And then
Yeah, it's just the beginning of it starts the guy, spoiler alert, for a movie in 1996, but
yeah, yeah, fuck
yeah,
that.
like they're just two brothers that are robbers. It's as simple as that.
And it's like it's kind of played serious. There's like crime drama stuff, and
Yeah,
then
it's
suddenly
played
they
straight at the beginning. Yeah.
they just pull into this bar, and then like like if the record squeaked or something, and it's just like a completely different movie from then on, and it never references it again. It just completely changes.
Well, it's a bar out in the middle of nowhere in Mexico
Yeah. Oh,
that
it
ends up
was.
ends up being a Mayan Aztec temple that's been taking truckers for years. There's a great watch it to the very end. There's a great matte painting of it.
Yeah,
So
that's a great. I don't know if it's a great movie, but it's certainly an entertaining one.
it is very yeah. It's very it's a very entertaining movie.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna learn. Go watch The Green Mile. If you want if you want some life lessons and feel good.
Yeah, for sure, right? Um, but okay, is that all the movies?
I believe so on my list. Yep.
All right, let's talk about Disney. All right, they've announced the name of their streaming service. Drum roll, please.
Dun, dun, dun.
Disney Plus. All right, next up we got a Thanksgiving. No, do you have any? Oh, so you were talking a little bit about this Thanksgiving or this Disney Plus thing. Obviously, Disney's starting their own streaming service. They're starting to leech. Well, not leech because it's their content, but they're
Yeah.
trying to take
I'd
their
say
content
remove.
away
Yes.
from Netflix, which makes a lot of sense. And yeah, their stock just shot up earlier. I think it was was it before the announcement or after?
I believe it was around the announcement. I was looking at Twitter and they had an interview about that. So they just had a lot of positive things going on anyway. So
Yeah, they made like a
they're just
shit ton
building a
of
lot of
money.
momentum with the parks. I think the economy's good too, so that reflects it. If people are homeless and jobless, they can't afford to go to Disney. So
It's true.
if things are going good and they have a little extra money, they can go and spend the $10 for a ice cream that's shaped like Mickey's head.
That's the goal. That's the dream in life. Are you interested in this? Like a Disney streaming service? Is there? I mean, Disney
Well, I
obviously
think
has a lot of
so. I mean,
content.
oh, and also the honest trailers this week was The Incredibles, and they mentioned Disney streaming service because of the massive amount of IP they have. They have the classic Disney movies, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic. That's a huge umbrella of IP.
Oh, I didn't know they had National Geographic.
Yeah, so they got like a tentpole almost in most things. So
Is anybody gonna call them out on like a monopoly? How close are they to a monopoly? Because they probably own
it's
Monopoly too. I'm probably gonna get trademarked.
yeah, I think they're making a new one next week. But yeah, they have a lot of power, and I really think they're gonna gut a lot of. They're already doing it right now because a lot of the series that are Marvel and Netflix are getting canceled or their seasons are stopping. They're not producing more content. They will pull. I think like Thor Ragnarok's on there. Guardian of the Galaxies. So
I think Star Wars is on there still too, right?
yeah, I think
I saw it on there to steal clips for like a little
yeah.
video. I did not watch it because it's crap.
Yeah, I think there's a few Star Wars shows still on there. So
Does your household have any interest in this streaming service?
well, I think somebody that has a family, I think it depends on how they have it valued. Because I mean, we're starting to get into really cutting the cord these days with Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, and there's a ton more. Those are just like the major ones. Um, yeah, I think Disney's got a lot of good IP that they're gonna put behind a paywall to get at it. So
I think they got to get, and I know I've heard of a couple in the works, but they got to get some shows going. I know I've heard they got the Star Wars one coming. Maybe they'll get the Marvel Jessica Jones ones. Maybe they'll re-up them or something, move them over. I don't know exactly how those work. I never watched any of those, but it seems like they really got to get those shows. That's what people like to binge watch.
Yeah, it's a binge watching culture. Um, yeah, because it takes a while for the Star Wars movies, right? And Marvel, so you gotta make some income in the meantime, in between those big blockbusters. So
But I mean, if anybody can do it, it's definitely Disney. They've got enough money, I think.
yeah, I think a billion is what Incredibles 2 made.
Really? Are you serious? They made $1 billion?
Yeah, yeah, Honest Trailers even references it, man. I mean,
Oh
it took
god.
14 years to make the sequel, so people wanted it.
Wow. Blows my mind. Well, are you ready for well, okay, hold on. Let's do a segue here. Boy, we really gobbled up all that news. Because I have a Thanksgiving quiz for you. Ta-da.
It's totally unrehearsed.
Yeah, are you excited for this Thanksgiving quiz?
Sure.
Sure. Very exciting. All right. They're multiple choice. You get 3 guesses, or 3 options, I should say. And it's a little bit longer. It's 15 questions. All right. Ready, set, go. And play at home, too. Number 1, Thanksgiving occurs on the 4th Thursday in November, 3rd Thursday in November, or November 26th each year.
I'm gonna go with fourth Thursday.
You are correct.
Yay.
All right. Number 2, the first Thanksgiving lasted 1 day, 2 days, or 3 days.
I'm gonna go with 3. This is prime, right? So
You got, you got it. Also, 2 is prime.
and not in the new math, not the core math. I'm just joking.
Like, you must know something I don't know.
I'm trying to work some more incredible jokes into it. I rewatched it with a friend. They just came out on Blu-ray on Tuesday, so
Oh,
I got
okay.
Incredibles 2 on the mind. So
Gotcha. Number 3, which of the following was not served at the Pilgrims' Thanksgiving meal? Cranberries, corn, mashed potatoes, rabbit, chicken, wild turkey, and dried fruit, or venison, fish, goose?
I'm gonna go with A.
Goes with A. You're correct.
Wow, I kind of wanted C though. I kind of wanted C, but I think B was a very solid. They did.
They did
eat
not
that.
serve cranberries, corn, and mashed potatoes? But they ate chicken? Or they ate rabbit?
Yeah, wild rabbit. Yeah,
Ugh.
you haven't lived till you had wild rabbit, man.
I have had I've had rabbit before. I did not like it.
It was a little bit gamey.
Oh yeah, yeah. It
Yeah,
was.
it's because rabbits are really lean, lean in the outdoors if they're not the farm raised ones.
And they
So.
gotta farm raise them and fatten them up. That's how I want my rabbits. All right, number 4. Which Indian tribe taught the Pilgrims how to cultivate the land and were invited to the Thanksgiving meal? Apache, Wampanoag, or Cherokee? And I don't pretend to know how to pronounce these.
Ooh, I'm gonna go with Cherokee because I can pronounce that one. Let's go.
Number 4 is Wampanoag.
Wampanoag. Okay.
All right. Number 5. Approximately how many turkeys are eaten each year on Thanksgiving in the United States?
Oh, is there
Oh,
A, B,
hold
and
on.
C?
Whoop, my bad.
I was-
I was looking at the comment thing. 100 million, 280 million, or 500 million?
Whichever the largest number is, I think there's a lot of turkeys consumed.
500 million? You are incorrect. It's 280 million.
Only 200. What are people eating for Thanksgiving? Then?
Well, there's only 300 something million people living in America.
There you go. Oh, you know what? I forget turkey feeds a lot of people though too. We were at Walmart the other day. And I didn't realize how many pounds a turkey is.
Ah, yeah.
So, yeah, a big one's almost like $20. So
All right, number 6. Which southern state was the first to adopt a Thanksgiving Day in 1855? South Carolina, Virginia, or Georgia?
I'm gonna say Georgia.
It's actually Virginia.
Dang Virginians.
They're the worst. All right. I actually learned this recently, the number 7. What is a snood?
Okay.
The loose skin under a male turkey's neck, a hat worn by a pilgrim, or a hot cider drink served at Thanksgiving?
I want it to be A. I want it.
So that
I don't care if I get it wrong. I just want it to be A.
you're correct. It's number 1.
I try to use that in conversation this week.
You should use it as like a slur, like you're insulting somebody. So you're being a real snood right now. It sounds like a really mean word. All right, number 8. What utensil was not used by the pilgrims to eat Thanksgiving dinner? A knife, a fork, or a spoon? Not used.
Knife, a fork, or a spoon. I'm gonna go with knife.
It's a fork.
Fork. Okay, so they didn't have sporks back then, huh? Definitely no sporks from KFC.
No.
Brought to you by.
This joke was brought to you by KFC.
Do we have a tie-in with KFC yet? They got back to us for this Thanksgiving podcast?
I'm still working on that. Still working on it. Number 9. The best place to put the meat thermometer in the turkey is the breast, the middle of the back, or the thigh.
Wow, I'm gonna go middle of the back. I've never cooked a turkey.
It's the thigh. Fortunately. All right, number 10. Which president is believed to be the first to pardon a turkey and start this annual tradition? President Lincoln in 1863, President Roosevelt in 1939, or President Harry Truman in 1947?
I really like Roosevelt, but I'm gonna say Truman.
You are correct. Nice. All right, number 11. The Pilgrims came to the New World seeking religious freedom and were also called the Puritans, the Great Explorers, or the Wanderers.
I think The Wanderers is a show or a movie, but I'm gonna go with A.
You are correct. The Puritans. Because they wanted to purify the teachings and ceremonies of the Church of England. Number 12. Today, our Thanksgiving is the 4th Thursday of... Wow. Well, I'm glad you got this one right earlier. Today, our Thanksgiving is the 4th Thursday of November because it is the date the Pilgrims landed in the New World. This was the date set by President Franklin D. Roosevelt in 1939 and approved by Congress in 1941. Or it was the date people voted to have it on. Well, it can't be number 2.
I'll go with C, Charlie.
Actually, it was number 2. How could it be number 2?
You misled me. You misled me.
I did.
Want to recount?
But how could it be number 2 if the number 10 was started in 1947? Oh wait, pardon a turkey? Is that something that the president does?
Yeah, I think the president's the only one that has the authority to pardon a turkey.
I don't get that at all. What does that even mean? Oh well. I led you astray on that one, but you should have known not to trust me. So I'm still counting it. All right, number 13. What is a baby turkey called? A chick, a nestling, or a poult?
Wow. I'm gonna go nestling.
It's a poult.
A poult. Okay.
Number 14. It has been estimated that how many Americans eat turkey at Thanksgiving? 88%, 50%, or 75%?
Wow, that's good. Let's see. I overshot about how many people eat turkey, so I think I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna draw it back.
Good.
50 is too little. 75 is the sweet spot. I'm going with 75.
No, you should have gone high. It's 88%.
Oh my god, you're killing me with these numbers, man.
Number 15. A full-grown turkey has about how many feathers? 1 million? Too many to count? or 3,500. I would say it couldn't be number 2, but the last time I did that, you got it wrong.
I'm gonna go with C, like 3,500.
3,500. You are correct.
Wow.
I think you got
Well, at
eight.
least I did.
You got